Well, ladies and gents, now time for, I suppose you could say, round two with Fleetguard. Because last year we had a good catch up with the manufacturer. We caught up with Anne Wirtz. We were talking coolants this time last year, weren't we,
yes,
with yourselves. This year it's all about fuel health and operator health, which we will get to in a little bit. But we'll start here with the fuel health side of things. So Anne, talk us through what you've got going on at Fleetguard.
Well, it's a part of filtration that's often forgotten. It's the stage 0 filtration, so it happens before the fuel gets into your engine.
Right, this is the first stage.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of bulk tanks, especially in the ag sector, that just stand outside. So cold, heat, bacteria, water gets into your tank. So the quality of your fuel when it comes out and when you put it into your machine is no longer the same as when you put it into the tank.
As to when it was delivered.
It is, so often it will resemble what you will see here.
Right,
in the
so
fish
if we
tank.
have a little look over here, this potentially could be what's in your bulk tank if you don't look after your fuel.
Yes, and
which
what
looks
we'll
lovely.
which will get into your engine.
Yeah.
It will go to your stage 1, your fuel water separator, and your stage 2, and it will block them up a lot more quicker.
Yeah.
Because of all the dirt that's in there. So if you've got a bulk tank filter, it will take out a lot of the water that's in your tank, so the condensation, so your stage 1 filter will get less clogged.
And in recent years, particularly as fuels have changed, because I think there's no longer sulphur in there now, is there?
No.
So that, presumably, I mean, that happened a few years ago now, 5, 6, 7 years ago, possibly longer. Obviously, that's going to have a big effect on fuel health, which is harder to achieve now, isn't it?
It is, and the cleaner the fuel is that goes into your engine, the longer your filters will last, but also the longer your machine and your engine will last.
Yeah.
So your service intervals on your stage 1 and stage 2 will be longer because you've got cleaner fuel coming into your machine. Yeah. Plus, the risk of your machine getting damaged because of bad fuel is
absolutely. Well, that's it. We've got these high pressure common rail fuel systems now. That in there, water especially, ain't going to help anybody.
No. So that is one of the reasons why we're focusing on it, especially in the ag sector. You've got so many bulk tanks out there. So few people do actual filtration on there. It's not considered important. Even though when they take it out, they put it in, I've got a can here as an example. It needs to be a clean can, of course, because otherwise if you put it in a dirty one, it's got to be recontaminated before it goes in.
That's it, before it even gets there.
Yes, so it's trying to educate. That's the main focus now.
Yeah.
This year is trying to educate people on how important that is. The health of your engine, health of the cab drivers as well. Just so they become aware of what's out there and they'll start putting it more on their bulk.
So you mentioned health of operators.
Yes,
shall we slide over to the other side of the booth?
You can stay, Laura.
So operator health, obviously, big thing. You know, want to look after the operators, keep them going for longer.
Absolutely. Yeah, we've got our cabin air filters. If you're in a dusty environment, which in the ag sector is really important, having a cabin air filter in your cabin of your tractor is very important. Just prevent dust coming in or filter the dust out, but also the one that has the carbon in there filters out fume, fluids. It's just a lot safer for your operator when you're in there, when it's 12 hours a day or 8 hours a day and you've got no filtration, all the dust just comes into you, into your lungs. It's very unhealthy. So again, trying to educate people, trying to get them to understand, and it's becoming more and more important. We're assuming there's going to be more restrictions and more regulations in the future about all of these things as well. So just trying to follow along, make sure people know that we have it, that it's out there, and that it's important for their employees to have it in your machines to ensure their health as well.
Cool, and then if we slide back, if we can just come this way, we can clearly see just some of the range of filters that you guys offer.
Yes, it's just showing we've got some cutaways so people can see the inside of the filter, because on the outside, regardless of what filter you get, they all look the same.
Yeah.
It's just a can with letters on it.
Yeah.
It's when you look at the inside, there's differences between our filters.
This is the bit that's setting you guys apart.
Yeah, it's a stacked media filter, so it's got higher quality filtration, different types of media, but that's something we can only show when we cut open the filters and actually show what's inside our filters.
Well, Anne, as ever, thank you very much for round 2.
You're most
That's been
welcome.
absolutely perfect. As ever, I hope you guys have enjoyed that. And we shall now move on and see what else we can find at the event.